Hello children, in this video we are going to say Unit 2 project cycle and the topic is data acquisition. At the end of this session you are going to learn various ways to acquire data and the data features and the system maps. In the previous module we learned how to scope a problem and set a goal for the project. After setting the goal, we listed down all the necessary elements which are directly, indirectly related to our problem. This was done using the 4Ws problem canvas. 4Ws were who, what, where, why. As we move ahead in the AI project cycle, we come across the second element, which is data acquisition. As the term clearly mentions, this stage is about acquiring data for the project. Let us first understand what is data. Data can be a piece of information or facts and statistics collected together for reference or analysis. So we need to answer the questions: what is data, where do we get data from, what are the different types of data, and why do we need data. The raw facts and figures is called data, and the types of data to be collected as per the three domains of AI are statistical data, that is tables or alphanumeric data, and computer vision, that is consisting of images and the videos, and NLP consisting of text and voice data. And where do we get data from? So we can get the data from the people, internet, news, books, surveys, TV, government websites, statistics, observation, past records, feedback, interviews, open source platforms like Kaggle, GitHub, data.gov.in, and meteorological department. Why do we need data? Whenever we want an AI project to be able to predict an output, we need to train it first using data. For example, if you want to make an artificially intelligent system which can predict the salary of any employee based on his previous data, you would feed the data of his previous salaries into the machine. This is the data with which the machine can be trained. Now, once it is ready, it will predict his next salary efficiently. The previous salary data here is known as the training data, whereas the next salary is known as the testing data. For better efficiency of an AI project, the training data needs to be relevant and authentic. In the previous example, if the training data was not of the previous salaries but of his expenses, the machine would not have predicted the salary correctly since the whole training went wrong. Similarly, if the previous salary data was not authentic, that is, it was not correct, then too the prediction could have gone wrong. Hence, for any AI project to be efficient, the training data should be authentic and relevant to the problem statement scoped. Look at our problem statement once again and try to find out the data features required to address this issue, that is the kimchi crisis. Data features refers to the type of data you want to collect. In case of kimchi crisis, the data to be collected are amount of rainfall, cost of chili pepper, cost of sea salt, cost of fermented seafood, and the cost of Napa cabbage. After mentioning the data features, what sort of data to be collected, now the question arises from where we can get the data. There can be various ways in which you can collect data. Some of them are surveys, web scraping, sensors, cameras, observation, and API, that is application program interface. While collecting the data, make sure that the data should not be a private one, and you should collect the data from the reliable and authentic sources only. System maps helps us to find the relationship between different elements of the problem which we have scoped. These are going to understand the complex issues with multiple factors that affect each others. A system map comprises of elements, interconnections, circles, arrows, and the positive and the negative signs. The elements are nothing but these are the different and discrete elements within the system. and interconnection, the relationship between the each and every element, and the circle represents the elements, arrows represents the relationship and then interconnections, and positive and negative signs represents the nature of the relationship. So we need to follow some rules while drawing the system maps. The arrowhead depicts the direction of the effect and the sign plus or minus shows the relationship. If the arrow goes from x to y with a plus sign, it means that both are directly related to each other. If that is, x increases, y also increases. On the other hand, if our arrow goes from x to y with a minus sign, that means they are indirectly proportional to each other. That means if x increases, then y decreases. Now let us use the animated tool for drawing and understanding the system map. For that one, just open this link and start drawing the system map for our kimchi crisis. In order to draw the system map for kimchi crisis, the parameters to be considered are amount of rainfall, cost of chili pepper, cost of sea salt, cost of fermented seafood, and cost of Napa cabbage. Let us draw the system map for kimchi crisis. When you click on the link, that link will be redirected to this page, that is Loopy, a tool for thinking in systems. There are various examples which explains the various system maps, basic ecology, depression and anxiety, automation and job loss. So we'll start with a new one, that is make a model from the scratch. Click on the make a model from the scratch. After clicking a make a model from a scratch, this page will be displayed on the screen. This is an example of something else. You can see left corner, you can see the pencil, the text box and the move symbol and an erase. Take the eraser by clicking on it and click on the image. The image will be deleted. After that, you just take the pencil. So in order to represent the different elements, we have to use a circle. So draw a circle in order to represent the different elements like rainfall and then cabbage and then chili pepper and then fermented seafood and then the kimchi salad. And we'll name these circles. You can see this circle has been selected now. You can see the properties of the circle over here, right? So see here, we can change the name of this one as a rainfall, and the rainfall will be in blue color, and you can also select the amount of rainfall also here. And we will name the second circle as a cabbage. The cabbage will be in green color, and the amount of cabbage will take the normal one, medium one. And the next one is the chili pepper, will be in red color, will be medium. And the next one is the seafood, will be in blue color and the amount will be medium. And the salad will be kimchi salad, will be in green color, amount will be medium. After drawing the different elements of the kimchi crisis in order to represent the system map, so let us draw the interconnection between each and every element using the arrow symbol. Even though I am not good at drawing, it is going to draw the elements in a neat way. Right. So after drawing the interconnection between each and every element, we have to give the relationship, the nature of relationship between each and every element. So in order to do that one, so let us see the rainfall. Rainfall is directly not related to the cabbage production. So it is indirectly proportional to the cabbage production. So we have to change the sign over here. And the rainfall is also indirectly proportional to the chili pepper production. So that also must be changed. And rainfall is also indirectly proportional to the seafood production. And you can see here the cabbage is directly proportional, and chili pepper, seafood, all these three elements are directly proportional in making the kimchi salad. So after doing this one, we'll see whether it is working properly or not. Just click on play button, then it is going to show you the up arrow and down arrow in the rainfall element. So if you click on up arrow, it is going to give you the information like if the rainfall is more, the cabbage production is less, chili pepper production is less, seafood production is less, and also the amount of kimchi salad quantity is also less. If the rainfall is less, the cabbage production is increased, chili pepper as well as seafood also increased. Based on that, the kimchi salad quantity is also increased. So in this way we can see the different elements and their interconnection and the nature of relationship between each and every entity, and the complexity of the different elements we can easily understand by representing each and every element in terms of a system map. In this session, we have learned about what is data acquisition and the data features, and acquiring data from the reliable sources and the system maps with an example.